you can learn to become an entrepreneur in real life where there's attention coming to you as just because you're an athlete and they want to do deals with you. And then you have systems that you're creating that Brent's created at athlete, right? Student athlete score that allows you to tap into that. I think that's amazing.
Well, yeah, and there's a life past sports, right? If you are smart enough to use your platform while you're at a university and grow that, and let's say at your senior year, you're no longer able to play professionally, but you have 70,000 followers and you're a track and field athlete and you've had all these brand deals, guess what? If you figured that out, like you now have a platform post-college to not get a day job, right? You might be able to monetize the brand that you've created over those 4 years or over your playing career.
Yeah. What have I not asked you in regards to student athlete score that's super important that's going on right now, or just in the world of college sports that you're seeing that's there, if there's anything that comes to mind?
No, I mean, I think we talked a lot about college sports. It's the Wild West. It's a new era of the Wild West. Hopefully it calms down with the 5-and-5. I think NIL will still be there. I think that certain guys or ladies who are being paid will become a little bit more regulated as well through NIL Go and like through data and everything else. We're seeing just such a massive movement, though, very quickly here into the youth market and the high school market. And really excited a lot of the conversations we're having right now with like Perfect Game and IMG Academy and Rush Soccer and some of these major players play on sports in their max preps. And so there's a lot of opportunity here to help educate the youth, and I say high schoolers, about, hey, we're talking NIL in college with our college partners, but like for you guys, we're talking about building your personal brand. Let's focus on building your brand. Let's focus on you getting rid of those posts that might come and bite you in the rear from 2.5 years ago. And then once you clean all that up and establish like a strong platform, now let's start to like incorporate that next layer of local deals. And what does that look like? And so, if I'm in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and I'm a high schooler, I can now leverage the student athlete score system to see what are Michigan athletes doing with local Ann Arbor restaurants. So now I can get confident and say, oh my gosh, I know they're a Michigan athlete, but they only have 1,000 followers and I have 3,000. So I'm actually going to go approach them as like the star high school, whatever, and say, hey, look, I see you have an appetite for NIL locally. I know I'm not a college Michigan player, but like I can get 3 times the reach. And by the way, all of my followers are here in Ann Arbor because I grew up here. That athlete that you used last month, they grew up in California. So like if you want to hit, if you're a local jewelry store or whatever, if you want to hit people in this community, I'm probably a better fit for you.
Yeah.
So now it's starting to educate the brands and get everybody kind of like through the data saying, oh my gosh, like the youth market makes maybe even more sense to unlock. Because guess what? That high schooler will probably do the deal for $50 where the Michigan athlete wants 500, right?
Right.
And then we can show the brand, hey, for that $50 spend, you got 3,000 more eyeballs in Ann Arbor, Michigan than that $500 spend with the athlete that just came from California that's a Michigan athlete that no one's going to buy from your jewelry store in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Yeah. What's crazy about that is it's like a masterclass in sales and marketing and all these types of things and outreach and just all the things that actually happen in business, right? Like you just described to a kid how he'd like go from here to here and like how to reach out to him and what to say and like all the differences and how I'm better than this, but whatever that might be, like that is the thing that you could learn. Just there's so much to learn in that, and you could start at any age from that. And if you go through high school and college and doing that over and over, that repetition, right? If anyone's in sales or marketing or whatever, that's all you were doing, right? That's the real world. You're having conversations with people, and if they can come out with that, like what a cool thing NIL can be, right? Because there's a lot of negative, and I don't like it, and this and that, and it's like, yeah, it's here, it's not going to change. Yeah, there's definitely disruption and chaos, like we talked about, but if there's people like you out there building platforms to kind of like try to synthesize this whole thing and bring it together, I think that's a very positive mindset towards it. Even though you understand, like I could ask you, like, what is it overall? You're like, yeah, it's pure chaos probably, right? It's like,
Yeah. Or one more I'll just toot our horn on is the grouping of athletes. So say like you've got a bunch of 14-year-olds and their parents and they go to family dinner or they go to like team dinners after a game or team ice cream shop. Guess what? That pizzeria that they all just went to and spent, $400 for that dinner, I bet you that pizzeria might consider free in exchange for everybody posting on their social accounts, hey, here I was at the pizzeria, awesome place, go get the pepperoni, blah, blah, blah. You take those 14 athletes, their 14 parents, and you add up all their social handles, and let's say it's 30,000 person reach, that becomes extremely powerful, far more worth than the $400 bill that the pizzeria wanted to give that group. So think of like it becoming that micro-influencer movement, and not just the athlete, but maybe tagging in the soccer moms and everybody else. Like this marketing movement is a $300 billion global movement that's happening. And so now we're trying to solve for it in this youth sports space.
Yeah. That what you just said there of like the reach. And I think it's hard for some people because they want to monetize. They want a transaction right then and there, right? Like the pizzeria might be like, that's $400. That's a lot. This is like their biggest sale that we've had all week. Totally understand. But at the same time, like you said, what was that reach that you just got? You know,
I said like 30. I mean, look, if everybody has 500 to 1,000 followers, you get the parents and the kids all posting, hey, you guys want free dinner tonight?
Yeah.
If I see a post from everybody, like, I'll waive this bill.
Right. And like what that can do for you. And that's the era. And it's like, that's where the exponential growth comes in because next weekend, you can't even serve them all. Right. Like that's a better problem to have. Yeah.
Now you have 10 other teams that were like, oh my God, I saw you guys went over to that pizza joint last week. It looked like it was amazing. We're all going there now.
Right.
You're right. Now there's a line out the door.
Yeah. And you don't see it, right? Because it's not as obvious. It's like, well, you posted that. Cool. Crickets. But that's what we talk about. That's like watching AI being built. Like it just gets better and better and you don't see it. And then we'll look back like 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, we'll be like, wow, what happened? This is crazy. And that's doing it at a smaller scale, of course, but it matters, right? And I think that's why a lot of people like, I want to be on a podcast. I want to make my YouTube shorts. I want to do this. I want to show up to a conference. I want to reach out to people. I want to send emails to people. It's just getting it out there. And I think a lot of this stuff watching NIL is like what business owners can be doing or business people or salespeople or marketing people could be doing, right? Same thing. It's just, it's just a new industry.
100%. And then they should be using micro influencers to help promote that company that they're working for right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just an organic, much better way to reach your audience versus throw a billboard up there and hope that as I'm driving, I happen to look up, but maybe I'm not even your target customer, right?
Right.
With this social influencer marketing, like I can go in our system and say, hey, I'm looking for athletes that have 1,000 to 2,000 followers that love fishing that are, in the Michigan area that, I think I could probably get for like $20 a post. Like, now you're like, oh my God, I almost can predict the outcome of my spend versus throwing a billboard up on the interstate, hoping that my target market even happens to look up at that point in time and even look at it.
This podcast exists because of the team at CASCM. CASCM is a B2B content production company helping organizations create and share their stories. We aim to create space where businesses can build assets and drive revenue through writing and talking. Content creation should be enjoyable and accessible. At CASCM, we love helping make that happen. Learn more at cascm.com.